The generative fill in Photoshop is amazing, but it has a powerful feature I don't see many people talking about, and that is the intensity in which the generated pixels are created. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Start by entering the quick mask mode. You can click on this icon or press the Q key on the keyboard. The quick mask mode allows you to paint selections. Then you can fill with black. Black is my background color, so I'll press Ctrl and backspace. Nothing is selected, that's what the red overlay indicates. Now I'm gonna go into the foreground color picker and I'm going to select white, which is a brightness of 100%. So this is going to generate pixels at 100% intensity. And with the brush tool, I'm going to drag and paint. When I press the Q key to exit the quick mask, you'll see the selection. Then under Generative Fill, I'm just going to type the word fish. And we generated a fish, no surprise, but here's the tip that not a lot of people know. If you press the Q key again and fill with black, but this time you set the brightness to 40% to paint with that dark gray, we're going to apply the generative fill at 40% intensity. This is not opacity, this is intensity. I'm gonna paint from left to right, press the Q key again. This selection will not be visible because Photoshop only displays the marching ants if the pixels are selected more than 50%. And in this case, we only selected 40%, so the selection is invisible. You might also get this warning letting you know what I just described, but don't worry if you don't see the selection, it's still there. Next, go into Generative Fill and do the same thing. Type the word fish and click on Generate. And now we get a fish that looks like it's deeper in the ocean because of the lowered intensity on the fill, creating the illusion of lowered opacity. And here's one more tip for you. I'll press the Q key again, fill with black, and this time I'll paint with white on top at 100% brightness. Then I'll change the brightness to 50%, press OK, and continue painting down. Press Q to exit the quick mask mode. Only the top part will show with the marching ants. Again, because that part was painted with over 50% brightness and everything below was painted with 50% or less brightness, which doesn't show in the selection, but it's still there. Then I'll click on Generative Fill and type the word fish and generate. And this creates the illusion that the fish is jumping out of the water, but the bottom part is obstructed by the water and it has more depth. And in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like with 100% opacity over the entire image. And two really important points to keep in mind. First, it will be a better workflow to do this entire effect with multiple layers, masks, reduce opacity, blending modes, and other non-destructive techniques. But this example is intended to show how a selection can affect the intensity of the generation. Also, I'll clarify opacity versus intensity in the context of the generated fill. Simply put, the generative fill always returns pixels that are 100% opacity. They have no transparency. But if you lower the brightness when making a selection in the quick mask mode, Photoshop generates objects with less intensity and they blend more with the content below, creating the illusion of reduced opacity. Also, the generated background will not be the same as the original. It will be something similar, but never exactly the same. To learn more about the generative fill in Photoshop, check out my complete guide in the link below. And if this was new to you, hit that like button now and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.